could you lose Jax?
My brother was very resourceful. If Jax knew he was being
You
followed,
promised
which
me that he was okay. You told me over and over again not to worry about him.
Apparently, I was mistaken.
Stop. You stop with the witty comebacks and you tell me right now what happened to my husband.
Your brother will be here soon. So we should make the most of the time you have left to live.
Change of plans. If the jury comes back with a guilty verdict, I'll be breaking Jason out of police custody before they send him back to Pentonville.
What do you want me to do?
Let it happen.
How sweet. You ran straight from work just to show your support.
Well, I thought Jason could use a friend.
Yeah, what about your husband? Oh, wait a minute. That's right. You don't think about Lucky at all, because if you did, you wouldn't be here.
In the matter of the people of the state of New York versus Jason Morgan, case number 56446-AG-12, we, the jury, in the above action, find the defendant not guilty of the crime of murder in the first degree.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for your service during the course of this trial. I'd also like to caution you that there is intense media interest in the outcome of this case. Whether you choose to give interviews after these proceedings is entirely up to you. The jury is dismissed. Court is now adjourned.
Congratulations, Mr. Morgan. You're free to go.
Diane, I can't thank you enough.
It was my pleasure.
So much for law and order. And now Morgan can never be tried for the same crime again.
Can't be expected to compete with doctored evidence.
Yeah, well, you know, in retrospect, your alleged eyewitness was a serious miscalculation. He made you look desperate.
Morgan killed Alcazar.
Not according to the jury.
Okay, then maybe you should go out there, Mayor, and start spinning for the media.
You know, Counselor, I thought about cutting you loose, but then I realized I looked like an idiot for appointing you in the first place, so this is my position. I am going to say that you were deceived by the real criminal here, Lorenzo Alcazar, who then framed Jason Morgan before fleeing the country, and he's now still at large. I will have my office notify the appropriate agencies that a warrant is being issued for the arrest of Lorenzo.
Lorenzo Alcazar is dead. Jason Morgan walked into his house and put a bullet in his brain.
Shh. Counselor, I wouldn't say that too loudly if I were you see, because if it is true and you failed to convict a killer, well, that would make you incompetent, wouldn't it?
Mayor, can we get a statement for the press?
Not right now. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Jason, how does it feel to be acquitted?
Mr. Corinthos, I'm only a cadet. The chances that Mac are going to put me on Jason's transfer detail are slim to none.
The most important thing is keeping Jason out of Pentonville. If that means sacrificing you as an informant, so be it.
This is bigger than me getting kicked out of the academy. I could go to prison for helping Jason escape.
If it weren't for me, you'd be in prison. Or have you forgotten that I can ID you as one of the Metro Court hostage takers? The only reason you're alive is because I believed that you were of some use to me. So now's your chance to prove it. Either do what I say, or you're dead.
The verdict's in. Stone Cold's been exonerated.
What are you doing here?
Thank you.
The last place this blood belongs is on my freshly mopped floor.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know what has gotten into me today.
Well, you have a lot on your mind. Your brother's verdict is due at any time.
Yeah, I know, but I shouldn't let it affect my work. Thank you for catching these before they broke. Dr. Marucci would kill me if he had to wait while I went around collecting all new samples.
Well, you're not the first save I've made this shift. It seems like everybody's having personal issues today. So what's going on? Has this little issue been resolved?
False alarm. Robin's not pregnant.
Which is exactly what we were hoping for.
How do you lose track of your own brother?
I did not lose track. I hired people to leave a trail for Jax to follow. Clues here and there to indicate my whereabouts. I mean, I even had people to make sure that Jax wouldn't get into trouble. Everything was going according to plan until he unexpectedly dropped out of sight.
How long has he been missing?
A week.
A week? A week, and you said nothing.
I have people trying to track him down, Carly.
So that's it.
Jax is extremely capable. I have no doubt that he'll eventually pop up sometime.
You know who's behind this.
If I knew who was behind this, I would have already found Jax.
The woman on the phone said her name was Irina, Jerry.
Yes, and your point?
The woman had a Russian accent, just like your supposedly dead girlfriend. What if Irina's still alive?
It's impossible. I watched Irina get shot in the head at point-blank range. It's not an injury you walk away from.
Why should I believe a word that comes out of your mouth?
Oh, it's fine. You don't have to trust me. But if Jax is in serious trouble, I will do everything in my power to find him and bring him home.
Not without me.
I hope that your guards can shoot better than they can tie my cuffs.
Even if he shoots me, you'll never make it out of this boat alive.
I'll take my chances with the guards and sleep with you again.
Shut up! Jax is my husband. If you're gonna go looking for him, then so am I.
Oh, no, you're not.
I wasn't asking
No,
for your permission.
You are not. I have a lot of enemies, one more lethal than the other. Any number of them could be responsible for Jax's disappearance. The situation is too dangerous to involve you.
Maybe you should have thought about that before you involved Jax.
If Jax is in serious trouble, I don't want you slowing me down.
I wouldn't slow you down.
Oh, yes, you would. And I've no intention of rescuing Jax, only to tell him that his painfully stubborn wife is hurt or worse.
Mr. T, great news. You're not even a real cop, and you're already trying to make a name for yourself. Well, let me tell you something. Your first mistake was showing up here. Your last mistake was getting in my face. Keep it up, Cub Scout. You won't make it through the police academy. Now get the hell out of my office. And tell the DA that if I catch you hanging around here again, I'm gonna have you brought up on harassment charges.
Has the blonde one heard the momentous news? The law-abiding one set Stone Cold free.
Jason's been acquitted?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so great.
You have no idea.
I want to start Eli on a more aggressive protocol.
Why?
Well, because his test results came back with no marked signs of improvement, and at this point, he should be further along in his recovery.
Pumping more drugs into Eli's system may not be the best idea. He's been doing drugs for years to maintain the rocker image that your mother is so in love with.
My mother's in love with his music, not his lifestyle.
And she seems to be coaching my father on both.
What? My mother is not pushing Noah to party like a rock star. If anything, she's protecting him to make sure he's not drinking at any of Eli's appearances.
All I'm saying is, people make choices, some bad, some good, but they all have consequences. Some may kill you, like if my father starts drinking again, and some you just have to live with for the rest of your life.
Like if I had been pregnant.
Exactly. So it's a good thing you weren't, because neither one of us are ready to be parents. Right?
I just heard your brother's been acquitted.
Jason's free? Oh my God.
maybe now you can concentrate on your job for a change.
I will. I will, Tiffany. Do you know if Elizabeth's heard yet?
Well, probably. I gave her the rest of the day off to go hear the verdict being read.
Miss Miller, could we get a statement for the
If you all will step this way, I have a brief statement regarding the exoneration of my client. Simply put, the jury did its job. They followed their consciences and their common sense. Jason Morgan is innocent, and justice has been served. This verdict is so happy for you.
I just appreciate everything you did to help me.
I'm just glad it's over. Of the district attorney. Rick Lansing has been using the power of his office to wage a personal war against Jason Morgan. And today, the jury is very
get to work.
that this type of unethical behavior will no longer be tolerated. Let's just hope that Rick Lansing heard the message.
You have perfected the role of Jason's loyal friend and cheerleader. Don't think for a second that this is over.
Wow, congratulations. After spending weeks in prison, Jason's a free man. I'm sure he'll want to thank you in person.
I want to hear how you're going to find my husband.
Oh, come on. Your best friend's acquitted of murder, thanks largely on your efforts. Go celebrate.
The only place I'm going is with you to find Jax.
Well, you have time to do both. I'm not leaving till tomorrow morning.
What makes you think that I'm going to buy any of that? Because you just spent the past 20 minutes trying to talk me out of coming with you, and now you're trying to ditch me?
Come on, I helped you exonerate Jason only to garner your goodwill. Do you think I would squander it after all the
Jax
trouble I
would
went
never
through?
forgive you if anything happened to me, so you want to go find him alone.
I know that you're a woman who never gives up without a fight. And since I don't have the time and patience to argue and stand here, I give in. If you're so determined to find Jax, so be it. But I'm not rushing into anything without a plan. I need to call in a few favors and gather information before we leave.
I don't believe a word you're saying. And just so you know, I'm going to find my husband. With or without you.
Try to escape again, and the next time my men shoot you, it won't be with tranquilizer gun. You may want to conserve your energy. You're gonna need it for what comes next. It's a shame, really. I had hoped to enjoy your final days, but now that you've rejected me, I'm going to fill your final hours with so much pain. You'll be glad when Jerry shows up to watch you die.
Why would you try to harass Sunny?
I was just doing my job.
I'm pretty sure the department doesn't send cadets to get in Sunny's face. Look, I don't know what happened over in Iraq, but acting crazy and reckless because you're back home is not going to change it.
I think you have me confused with Logan.
You're the one going in Sunny's office to try and bust him. Sunny Corinthos is not a person that you want to mess with. If you keep pushing, sooner or later he's going to push back.
Yeah, or send one of his men to do it for him. I mean, that's what this is really about, isn't it? You're worried that Logan could get involved?
I don't want to see either of you guys get hurt. So just stop pushing before it gets to that point. I like you. Despite your taste in girlfriends, you are obviously brave and you try and do the right thing. Logan is different. He is a screw-up and a jerk sometimes, but he has a good side too. I just don't want to be forced to choose whose side I'm on.
Well, I'm sorry I made your life more complicated. I know what it's like to be torn in two different directions.
I know Mr. Corinthos, sir, has had some serious doubts about the Jackal's usefulness, but if today's events are any indication, I think that maybe we should consider joining forces on a more permanent basis. I mean, after all, it was our combined prowess. I mean, your cool and decisive leadership and my insane cyber skills that, helped Stone Cold secure his freedom.
You're forgetting one thing.
What?
I don't like you very much.
Well, maybe you could modify your opinion now that you've seen that the Jackal is a, loyal and trusted member of Stone Cold's inner circle.
Jason trusts you. I don't know why. You go off at the mouth nonstop. You babble about grasshoppers and secret pain, and if people understood half of what you say, you'd be dangerous.
No, see, the jackal is the very soul of discretion. I mean, have I not stayed silent about Stone Cold being the true father of baby Jacob Martin?
Well, see, that's the thing. The one time you probably should have opened your mouth, you didn't. You kept it shut.
See, I too hope for the day that Stone Cold will come forth and claim his progeny. I think the innocent one would be most fortunate to have...
Spinelli, shut up.
Hiding out? I don't blame you, really, because the press is gonna tear you apart. Come on, the DA who was finally able to put Jason away ends up looking like a jealous fool.
I'm not the only one. I mean, you had your chance to humiliate Jason, pay him back for sleeping with Elizabeth. I mean, I gave you every opportunity on that stand, and you chose not to take
No,
it.
you know what, Rick? I would have had to lie on the stand. Jason never discusses business with me, and he certainly never discusses
Jason
killing
is
somebody.
guilty. He killed Lorenzo Alcazar as easily as he cheated on you. Let me ask you something, Sam. Doesn't it bother you that for the last 3 years, you put your life on the line, you kept your mouth shut and lived by the almighty code of Jason Morgan when he didn't even bother to do it himself? I mean, you made your life small to fit inside of his, and for what? The guy basically spit in your face, and you let him walk away. Not because you think he's innocent, right? No. You did it because you think somewhere deep inside of you, you might have a chance with him. That's not just sad. That's pathetic.
Maybe I have my own ideas of revenge.
This is so awesome. I mean, the DA of Darkness totally failed in his quest to bring you down. Tense but effective mob lawyer Diane kicked his butt from a legal standpoint, and now you're free. I mean, this calls for a celebratory toast. Who wants a blended beverage?
Maybe another time.
But don't you want your first taste of liberty to be that of a wholesome, fruity variety?
Maybe we'll have something later, but not a smoothie, okay? Just give us a few minutes.
Right, say no more. But I am gonna go partake in my patented blend of molten mango madness. So, see you guys.
Okay. Diane did a hell of a job. That was the fastest return of a jury that I've ever seen.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, man, Diane was great. Everything she did was great. And some other people were great. Gotta give Carly some credit. That evidence that she and Jerry found, it worked.
I just want you to know that if it had gone the other way, you probably would have made it about a mile down the road, if you know what I'm saying.
Well, you had a plan to break me out?
You weren't going to prison. So what about the rest of it?
I'm just gonna get back to my life now.
All of it? I mean, Jake's your son. You got a chance to be a father. You're gonna pass that up.
I don't believe it. I wish I would have been there to see the look on Rick's face when that verdict came in. Oh, maybe it's better that I wasn't there. I don't know what I would have done if you would have gone to prison. Don't ever scare me like that again, okay? Ever?
Well, you know what? Rick's never gonna have a chance now to come after Jason for Alcazar's murder.
And that evidence you brought me, it worked. I am free because of you.
I hate to admit this. Jerry did it.
Logan isn't as bad as you make him out to be.
We've been over this before, Lulu. You don't know Logan as well as you think.
I may not know about what happened in Iraq, but I don't need to. I've seen who Logan is underneath all the attitude and anger.
The anger is real, and it's not going away.
Well, maybe it'll help if he goes through with the test.
What are you talking about?
Scott is pushing for a DNA test, but Logan's not sure he wants to go through with it.
If that guy was my father, I'm not sure I'd want to know for certain either.
Well, avoiding the truth isn't going to make it go away. It just lets Scott off the hook. If he got Logan's mom pregnant and bailed, he has to take responsibility. Either way, it might help Logan if he knows the truth so he can move forward with his life.
Do you want Logan to take the test because you're hoping that Scott Baldwin isn't his father?
Well, Scott has done a lot of damage to my family, and my dad hates the air that he breathes, and everyone thinks he's going to hate Logan. So, yeah, it would make things a lot easier if it turned out he wasn't Scott's son.
You're getting pretty involved with Logan.
Maybe.
Lulu, I know you want to see the good in him, but sometimes it just isn't there no matter how hard you try.
What? What's wrong? The verdict just came in. The jury just found Jason not guilty. Well, you should be relieved.
Jason's been acquitted.
Yeah, Tiffany just told me the news. She also said that you were at the courthouse when the verdict came in.
Yeah, well, Rick did so much damage with my testimony, I was afraid that the jury would side against him.
Yeah, thank God they didn't.
I know, now we can all move on with our lives.
Yeah. So, how does Lucky fit in?
I'm hoping that we can work things out, but I don't know if you'll be able to get past the fact that I slept with Jason.
Well, you found a way to forgive him after his affair with Maxie.
Yeah, but this is different.
Why?
Because Jason is more than just a one-night stand. He's someone I've come to depend on, and I'm not going to deny how important he is to me.
Okay, well, Lucky's your husband. What if he asks you to cut Jason out of your life?
Well, if you are back on the clock, you can go to 763 and change Mr. Porter's bandages, and then you can float on over to 781 and give Mrs. Wilkins her sponge bath.
Oh, and thanks for letting me go to the courthouse. I'll be able to stay late tonight for you.
Oh, wait, you can't stay late tonight, remember? We're supposed to be meeting Lucky and Nicholas for dinner.
The way to hurt Jason is to send him to prison like he deserved.
There was no way I was gonna lie on that stand, get sent to jail so you could win a case? Come on.
Since when is honesty more important to you than getting what you want?
Haven't you heard, Rick? The truth can set you free.
The truth. You don't give a damn about the truth. Come on, you're angry. And you know what? You should be. Because you devoted your life to Jason, and he dumped you like so much garbage. The only thing that's gonna make you happy is to pay Jason back.
I do fully intend to make Elizabeth and Jason pay, but when I do it, it'll be on my terms, not yours.
I went ahead and started Eli on the new protocol. I know that you don't think he's an ideal candidate, but his recovery is at a standstill. We have to find some way to move it along.
Okay, well, how soon before we see results?
Tomorrow at the earliest.
Okay. Let me know if there's any changes.
You were right. You know, about certain decisions, changing the course of your entire life. And if I were pregnant, I don't know if we could handle that sort of pressure on our relationship at this point. I mean, we can't even agree on furniture.
It's a moot point, Robin, so let's just stop talking about it.
Okay, sure. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it's the last time we ever have to talk about it.
Okay, good.
So we should check on Eli.
You just said he's not going to see results till tomorrow.
Well, don't you want to examine him, before the medication starts to take
I did a neuro
effect?
check this morning when I started my shift. There's not going to be any changes.
Probably not.
Dr. Drake?
Yeah.
They need you down in the ER for a consult.
Okay, I'm on my way. I'll come back after. Check on Eli.
Take your time.
Do you think we should call my family and tell them about the checkup, or would that just be bragging?
Me? I think you got this.
Thank you. Yeah, we would have been in real trouble with Pinky Bear missing.
That's right. Riley can't go to sleep without him. Can you, sweetie?
Riley, she's a beautiful baby.
Thanks. Okay, I know I put you in an awkward position because you're working for Sonny again, so I'm really sorry about this.
Mrs. C, you know I'd do anything for you, but the boss is gonna have a real problem with this.
Max, you can't
have a problem with something he doesn't know anything about. What'd you find out?
I followed Jerry like you asked, and he did go straight to the airport.
Which we knew. Where'd he go?
Well, I paid off the guy working at the gate, and he gave me a copy of Jerry's flight plan. Turns out the plane's headed to a little private airstrip along the Black Sea just east of Istanbul, but that's all I know.
That's all you know, Max. That's great. Thank you. I get. Oh, thank you.
Oh. Hey, wait, where are you going?
I'm going to Turkey.
No, you can't.
Hey, did you find Jason?
Yeah, his first stop post-incarceration was Mr. Corinthos' office, where the three of us kind of reunited to celebrate Stone Cold's freedom, you know, slapped each other's back for a job well done.
They asked
savored.
you to leave, didn't they?
Mr. Corinthos has yet to fully embrace the Jackal as a member of the inner circle, but we are making progress. Just prior to Stone Cold's arrival, Mr. Corinthos and I shared a moment of connection. See, our mutual hope is that Stone Cold will come forward and take his rightful place as baby Jacob Martin's true father.
And where does that leave my brother if he does?
If Jason had been convicted, Elizabeth would have wanted to go visit him in prison, putting even more strain on your marriage, right? Now that Elizabeth knows how you feel about her friendship with Jason, maybe
you
she'll
mean
just
her
stay away
affair with Jason?
It was one night. It didn't mean anything. She says it's over, so why don't you just let it be?
Elizabeth would still be lying if Rick hadn't questioned her about her relationship with Jason while under oath.
Maybe so. But you lied about being addicted to painkillers and slept with Maxie more than once, and she still found a way to forgive you. Maybe you should do the same.
Hey.
Alexis found that. Down at the police station when she was going through a box of evidence from the Metro Court explosion. I've actually had it for a few weeks. I couldn't bring myself to put it back on. Anyway, I'm here to pick up the rest of my stuff. You keep it. I don't need anything that could remind me of what might have been.
Do you need any help with anything?
No, I've got it. Thank you. I didn't get a chance to tell you, but congratulations on beating the murder charge. It's just too bad you had to give up your son to do it.
How's Molly? She go down for a nap on time? Good. Yeah, I should be home in time to feed her dinner tonight. Yeah, okay. Hey, just tell Molly that Dad will be home soon. Thanks.
I thought I might find you here licking your wounds.
If you came to gloat.
No. I came to tell you took your best shot. And you lost. Let it go.
You know, Jason killed Alcazar, and I know that doesn't mean a thing to you, even though you were the one who ordered the hit in the first place, but you need to realize, Sonny, that you can't just kill people when they interfere with your business.
I mean it, Rick. Stay away from my life and the people I care about.
Yeah, or what?
Or what? I'm tired of making allowances for my brother. Coming after Jason was your last mistake.
No, my only mistake was not charging you with Alcazar's murder. Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna come after you now. So you can take your threat and you can shove it.
Max, you need to let me go.
I'm really sorry, Mrs. E, but I can't let you go to Turkey on your own. The boss is gonna kill me.
I want to be back before Sonny even knows I'm gone. You're wasting your time, Max.
Somebody has to protect you.
Okay. Put yourself in Jax's position, okay?
Okay.
What if I were married to you? And what if I promised to spend the rest of my life with you when someone was trying to keep us apart?
Kill him.
Exactly. Wouldn't you want me to do everything in my power to find my way back to your arms?
Yeah.
I know you're just trying to protect me. And believe me, that touches me so deep inside. But Max, this is something I have to do. I have to do this for love, and you can understand that, can't you? I need you to swear to me that Jason and Sonny are not going to find out that I followed Jerry.
If they find out, I'm gonna be in trouble.
They're only going to find out if you cave, and you're not going to cave, are you?
Please don't ask me to do this.
I'm sorry to put you in the middle of me and Sonny, but I love Jax, and I have to find my husband.
What a shame to think all this could have been avoided. Had you been more cooperative, you'd be lying in my bed instead of bleeding all over my floor. Oh well, the good news is the pain won't last much longer. Your brother should be arriving here soon, and when he does, I'll kill you right before Jerry's eyes.
After a brief deliberation, the jury reached a verdict in the Lorenzo Alcazar murder trial. Jason Morgan, a rumored mob enforcer, was found not guilty.
Yes!
The acquittal is an embarrassing defeat for
Kelly.
District Attorney Rick Land.
Yeah, sure. Is that
How's work? I was busy. Two other interns were picked to scrub in on a lung transplant, so I stopped doing rounds with Dr. Marucci. He had me running from one end of the hospital to the other all day long.
So does this Dr. Marucci treat his nurses as bad as he does his interns?
Not usually. We've just been short-staffed all week.
Yeah, well, maybe if you weren't good friends with Jason, you wouldn't have to miss work to be at his trial.
So I was hoping that you and the kids could come visit Spencer this weekend, you think?
Rick asked Elizabeth point blank if there was any chance that Jason could be Jake's real father, and she denied it. So if the truth comes out now, Elizabeth could go to jail for perjury. Besides, nothing has changed. Even though Jason was acquitted, he's still a major criminal. All the reasons that he decided to give up Jake still apply.
Yeah, but Stone Cold wanted his progeny to have a happy home. And I mean, no offense, Blonde One, but your brother doesn't seem terribly loving towards Elizabeth at the moment.
Well, Lucky didn't know that Elizabeth slept with Jason until it came out in court. He just needs time to process it. I just hope that he can forgive her because he'll be a lot happier that way.
The chances of forgiveness appear to be diminishing rapidly.
Can't stay away from him, can you?
You never used to lie, Jason. Now you're lying all the time, especially to yourself.
Look, Sam, you want to hate me, you can hate me. Don't take it out on Elizabeth or my son.
Oh, gosh, Elizabeth always running to her rescue. Elizabeth cheated on her husband and made him feel guilty. Got pregnant, asked you to give up your son. Elizabeth is a lying bitch.
Stop,
She
okay?
stole your son, Jason.
And you watched him get kidnapped, and you did nothing to stop it.
When you found out Jake was your son, you could have spared everyone a whole lot of pain just by telling the truth. Instead, you kept Elizabeth's secrets.
I want to keep my son safe. Why is that so impossible for you to understand? Jake is a baby. He didn't ask to be born. I owe it to my son to give him the best life possible, even if I'm not in it.
What about Lucky? Lucky's been lied to every single day for months. As far as I'm concerned, he deserves a free pass. It doesn't matter what Lucky does or who he sleeps with. It'll never come close to the lies that you and Elizabeth told. You know what, Jason, who knows? Maybe I will have sex with Lucky. After all, we both have so much in common. We both trusted people with everything we had. We both loved people with everything we had. And you know what? You and Elizabeth are not worth it. The two of you actually deserve each other. But you're never gonna be together, Jason, because Elizabeth is afraid of you. It's right. She's afraid. So you're gonna end up alone. Elizabeth is gonna be with Lucky, and Lucky is gonna be raising your kid. Yeah, that feels right. That feels like justice.
You're barely hanging on to your job, right? If you file charges against me, you'll be busted down the dog catcher.
I doubt anybody in this city, especially the tax-paying citizens, are going to object to me taking the head of the Corinthos crime family off the street.
You want to try? Go ahead. File charges against me. It's not going to do any good. I'm sure the judge and the jury is going to figure out that this is just another one of your pitiful attempts at revenge.
No, you see, Jason is back on the street thanks to some fabricated evidence, but that's beside the point. See, Jason is inconsequential. He's the right hand. I guess if I really want to kill the beast, I'm going to have to cut off the head.
Go ahead. Try it.
I will. I will do whatever it takes, Sonny. I will use whomever I gotta use. But I am gonna make sure I put you away for life. Or better yet, see you dead.